More on the Department of Justice's decision. We're joined by Robert Birge, Chief Marketing Officer at Kayak, the largest online travel search site. Kayak joined Expedia, Microsoft, and others to protest this deal, forming a coalition called Fair Search. Birge spent months advising the DOJ on why the Google ITA deal was bad for the travel business and helped draft the limits on Google's business practices. Robert joins us now from our New York bureau. And Robert, first, I want to read the statement from Fair Search today on this. You said today's decision by the Justice Department to challenge Google's acquisition of ITA Software is a clear win for consumers. The department concluded Google's unrestricted control over ITA's key flight search technology would have violated the antitrust laws. So you lobbied for months not to get this deal passed. Why are you so positive about this?
Well, thanks, Emily, for having us on today. And we are very pleased by this decision. And, you know, the Justice Department has acted in a way that's going to protect competition. And, you know, we're specifically pleased because we asked to get assurances that we'd continue to have access to this product. We asked to get assurances, and we asked Google to get assurances that they would protect our proprietary technology that they would have access to as part of this acquisition. And they said no. And today the government, the Department of Justice, has acted in a way that's going to protect us. And we're very, very pleased with that.
That said, this settlement is only in place for 5 years, and after that, Google can do whatever it wants with ITA software. Aren't you concerned about that?
Well, first of all, even after this decree is complete, Google will still be subject to United States antitrust laws. So while these specific decrees will expire, what you said isn't quite correct.
Hey, Robert, when you look at this deal, is there any way this could have worked out with Google acquiring ITA that you guys would have been okay with, or is really, in your preferred world, they can't get there at all?
Well, we've said all along that this deal threatened competition, and we've also said all along that Google could have chosen to make this much easier and just license the technology. And you know, you brought up their blog post today where they talked about how cool it would be if you could just search for $500 and I want to go somewhere in May. And I had to laugh because we agree. In fact, we launched that product last May. You can go to kayak.com/explore and do that very search. We think they could have made that innovation. We did with just licensing the technology instead of controlling it in a way where they could thwart competition.
That was a shameless plug, but we're going to let you get away with it. So when you look at this deal, it seems like the Justice Department would have to learn a lot about how Google works, how search algorithm works. How much hand-holding was involved with the Justice Department to say, you don't get it, here's what they could do?
Well, I certainly wouldn't use the term hand-holding referring to the Department of Justice, but certainly the Department of Justice should be applauded. They had a very diligent review. This was 9 months. It's a very, very complex issue, and you know, there were a number of people, and they asked questions, and you answer the questions, and certainly we did our best to explain what our issues were and how we use different products and how we compete in the market. So
sorry, Emily, I don't mean to jump in. Robert, when I'm also surprised about this deal that, you know, it seems like a resolution, but you wonder if this suggests that there's more going on in the future, that, you know, the Justice Department might go after Google for a lot more.
Cory, I think that's a very good point. And there's an issue about search manipulation and the potential for Google to abuse its dominance in general search to promote its own products in a way that thwarts competition. And I think this deal, this decision clearly signals that that's going to continue. And you know, we've had a number of conversations with different companies, with state attorneys general and other regulatory officials about those issues, and we expect them to continue, and we hope that officials will look at them diligently.
Robert Birge, CMO of Kayak, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Emily.
We'll be closely following how regulators decide to proceed on this.